And good morning. This is Daniel with the Legacy of Daniel podcast. Welcome to today's show, the book of Ephesians and its mysteries. This morning, I have a bit of an idea or thought that came to my mind in regards to blessings. What are spiritual blessings that Paul speaks about in Ephesians 1:3. And blessings are, while I don't have the exact answer, and I don't really think an exact definitive answer is really necessary in this type of discussion, but I would say it's ultimately anything that helps to make your life, your mind, your body a habitation for thy kingdom, as I've kind of talked about in a couple previous shows. And as you make your mind, your body, your life a habitation for these heavenly blessings, you have an opportunity to kind of share them and reveal them to the world, manifest them out into the world in a very positive blessing type of way. And so let's kind of talk about what maybe a blessing could be that you can potentially share with the world or use to improve your habitation, or maybe start making a new habitation for yourself. And the one that I want to speak on today is creativity. Now, creativity, you may be thinking, what does creativity have to anything to do with heavenly blessing, have to do with, making a habitation? But creativity is a very interesting thing. Creativity, when we participate in creativity, we are working with our hand, which is a good thing. It's said in the book of James. And when we work with our hands, ultimately what we're really doing is that we're fighting for our humility. We're fighting for our blessings, and we are fighting to strengthen our mind and body, and so that these blessings can not only be nurtured within us, but they can actually begin to sprout. God gives the increase, and then we kind of bring them to the world. We reveal them to the world. So what creativity kind of does is, creativity is that gap that fills between decisions. It's that gap that fills between days off, between different tasks. It is what kind of soothes the mind, nurtures the mind a little bit, and kind of keeps us occupied and prevents us from running off on our white horse. Keeps us from materialistic hedonism, keeps us from vanity, from pride, and really ultimately helps us develop various forms of private property, intellectual property. So creativity is a very beautiful thing. It's a wonderful blessing that we can truly use to make our habitation one better, stronger, not just for us, but for the world and for others that participate with us throughout our daily lives. And so creativity, what can we do? Obviously, reading, writing are probably some of the simplest and best way. Reading, Book of Ephesians is a very quick and easy read. You pick it up, and it's a gap between vanity. It's a gap between task. It's a gap between conversations. It's something that kind of keeps you based in your mind, strengthens your mind and body, and that's how we kind of need to see creativity. Not see it as you're an artist or you're drawing something, and creativity doesn't have to be something magnificent either. It just has to be something that you are doing to strengthen your mind and body, something that keeps you from vanity, keeps you focused on you and your mind and strengthening your mind. That's ultimately what it does. Yes, can it lead to something great, like a wonderful piece of artwork? Absolutely. And if it does, well, that's a wonderful thing. Reveal it, bring it forth to the world, and allow it to participate in the marketplace. Creativity can be something as simple as watching TV sometimes, watching a TV show. If that TV show kind of keeps you from participating with something out in the world that you don't want to participate, or may lead to something that you don't want to be a part of, then sure, participate in a show or movie that's your favorite, that the characters, the theme. Great, wonderful thing. I do a lot of different things. I read, I write, I'm working on a novel. I sometimes like to draw. So I have a lot of different things. And when you have a lot of different creativity, we can what I do is I begin to walk circumspectly, because you're going to have barriers that pop up, and you have to bring these barriers down. And so, as Paul tells us to walk circumspectly, edify yourself with this creativity that you have. That is truly a blessing. Make your life a heavenly place in Christ, your habitation, and just kind of go from creativity to creativity, whether it's reading, writing, drawing, maybe a little bit of gaming, whatever it may be. Just keep walking circumspectly, and as you find, each little project is going to have its own unique effect on another project, and you're going to learn from one creative project to the next, and you're just going to keep kind of spiraling upwards. And as you spiral upwards, the barriers come down, you become stronger, your habitation becomes stronger, becomes mightier, and you really just have an impenetrable wall that you are building with your creativity. And that is a true blessing, because now that impenetrable wall is a blessing in itself, because it will protect your habitation, and it will protect Annie and all others that are in the habitation. And then you just have to keep it and dress it, and make sure that nothing attempts to bring down those walls. So that is it for today's show. I thank you for listening, and if you're not a creative person, that's fine. Try to do something a bit different. There's a lot of different things you can do: reading, writing, art, crafts. I do a lot of walking, go for a walk in the park, participate in nature, gardening. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Now, the best ones are the ones that don't cost a lot of money. Once you start getting into a hobby or some sort of creative adventure that costs a lot of money, you're no longer really participating in creativity or letting your creativity flourish. You kind of have to deal with the demon of materialistic hedonism and vanity when you kind of start going more expensive. So try to do things that are affordable to your means. Like I said, reading, writing, art, wonderful things, different crafts. If it's a seasonal thing you're interested in, gardening, hiking, walking, all wonderful things you can do. Going to a library, museum, those are all very good things to do as well. So don't think creativity has to be something like it's related to sitting at home, reading, writing, drawing. It could really be anything that stimulates your mind, to strengthen your mind and body, and also participate in society in a very healthy, prosperous way. So thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next show.